wanted to get Christians to stop talking so much and actually do stuff.
Amen.
Don't just be hearers of the word, but doers of the word, right?
Come on.
Actually do stuff.
Question for you, Michael. You ran a conference, that's where I met BJ, County Before Country. I was there, I think, 4 years ago. And then came back to it this last year, and he shifted from Christian localism, didn't shift from Christian localism, I say built on that theme of Christian localism with talking about church planting. So can you speak to the idea of Christian localism, the vision for County Before Country, what that was all about, and add some thoughts on church planting as a part of that vision?
Yeah, so County Before Country was just like a quip that I thought that'll tweet, and it did. But the reason I care about Christian localism, what I mean by that is simply giving the priority to the time and place God put you. Right, that's all I mean by that.
Yeah.
So for one example is you looked at 1 Timothy 5, that we have a special responsibility to those in our own household, right?
Yep.
And so that means that the people nearest to you have a special responsibility to. Even the gospel started in Jerusalem and works its way out. So while I'm all for planting churches everywhere, all across the world, as I look over America, I see our healthy churches are dwindling in a big way. And so our church budget for missions goes towards church planting. That's what I care about. Like BJ is a daughter church of East River. So we want to affect where we're at right now. We think we have a special responsibility. You pick your percentage, 80, 20, whatever. But 80% of all our effort goes into Claremont County. Things that don't happen outside of Claremont County, that's just where I focus. That's where I live. And we wanted to get Christians to stop talking so much and actually do stuff.
Amen.
Don't just be hearers of the word, but doers of the word, right?
Come on.
Actually do stuff. So with County Before Country, people would always give me a list of speakers they want me to bring that are like very compelling speakers. But if they hadn't done something practical, I just didn't care. Like, I want the people there that's done the things that they're talking about, right? And I remember when I started It's Good to Be a Man, I was offered on 2 different occasions a large sum of money to go full-time in that ministry and talk about manhood. But to me, it's ridiculous to talk about how to be a man and building a vocation and paid to talk about how being a man. And I'd much rather just work bivocationally as a pastor and understand stay connected to the grind that men are going through to be realistic about that. And a lot of Christian ministries are people talking about things that they don't do. They're really no different than university professors. If you're a business professor, you better be really old or you never will get a business. I guarantee it. Because you wouldn't be teaching. You would be doing business. And when you do business, I'm a sales director, you get to teach. So we wanted to bring people in that actually knew what you're talking about and have done it and had some success, just got these things off the ground. And so people could come and get ideas and then go back home and do that wherever the Lord has them planted. And that's been the thrust of that. We did 3 years of it. I figure, when you're about 26 hours of content in on a theme, we pivoted a different direction. But that's what we do. And that's what I mean by localism. And we just, we've had so many cool guys come from Matt Trewella to George Grant, to Pastor Doug Wilson, to guys like Ben Merkel, all these fellows who've actually done things, and I like men that do things. And men that don't do things, we'll get in Twitter.